What is your advice on saving and how do you play around that? Because yo, to me, that yo is the same yo I have as well. I'm a lover of life, a lover of soft things. Yeah. I didn't grow up getting everything that I want. So I think there's that wound that I keep trying to patch or to like compensate for. I am a genuine person. If you know me personally, then you'll know. In the times that we live in, there's just way too many fake people. So I am in a season of doing. I grew up believing that I need permission to be myself. Like, this season of my life is a season of doing. I want to start a business, I'm doing it. I want to start a YouTube channel, I'm doing it. I want to look a certain way, I'm doing that. I want to start talking to certain people, I'm going to do that. I'm not explaining to anybody. I'm just doing. I love it for me so much. Hi, my name is NOMKHULEKO and this is my channel. If you're new here, you're most definitely welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back my series. And if you're passing by, please do consider subscribing. Today I am doing a sit down video. This is a get to know me video. I did ask on my Instagram for you guys to ask me questions, and I am very grateful to those who took their time and they asked me some questions. So we are just going to go through them together without wasting any more time. Well, I think I should give you like a bit of background on who I am. I've already mentioned my name is NOMKHULEKO, my surname Zulu. I'm a Swati Zulu, or Zulu Swati. I'm a Swati who is Zulu. That my surname is Zulu. I am a South African. I'm currently residing in Mpumalanga, in Nelspruit, formerly known as Mbombela. I was born and raised in a small village called Drikopis. And yeah, I'm a mom, I'm a sister, I am a daughter, I am a teacher, and an upcoming businesswoman, honey, get it right. And yeah, I'm a lover of life, a lover of soft things, yeah, and that's basically who I am. Just to sum it up, that's basically who I am. So I'm gonna be reading the questions from my phone, so if I'm facing down, that's what I'm doing. The first question was, what is your favorite thing about yourself? So I love myself. I need to put it out there. I love myself, and I have a couple of things that I love about myself. A couple of things that I feel like are good quality character traits. But one thing that I love the most about myself is the fact that I am a genuine person. If you know me personally, then you'll know I am a very genuine person. If you're in my life, if you are close to me, I am intentional about being genuine and being my most authentic self around you. If I give you a compliment, always know that it's genuine. If I give you an advice, always know that it's genuine and it's always coming from a good place. And I do believe that my heart is always in the right place, you know? And that's how I am with people around me. That's how I am with people close to me, and even people that are not like that close to me. I'm not a malicious person. Like I genuinely have good intentions with people. You know, I don't go out of my way to make people uncomfortable, but I do have boundaries. So if we're not close, we are not close. I'm not gonna like pretend like we are close. If we're not close, we're not close. If we are close, we are close. Like, I'm just a genuine person. If I give you a compliment, just know it's genuine. I really mean it. If I do something for you, just know that it's genuinely from the bottom of my heart. I wasn't forced to do it. If I don't want to do something, I'm not going to do it. Yeah, I think that's one quality that I really like about myself, especially in the times that we live in. There's just way too many fake people. So I keep that energy so that I attract people like myself, and also keep people like myself in my circle. So that's that. And then the second question was that, name any habit you are trying to change or to improve. So I think that would be impulsive spending. I am such an impulsive spender. Like, I'm an emotional spender. I spend with my emotions and not with my money. And it's a really bad habit, and that's something I'm really trying to work on. And I know where it stems from. I didn't grow up getting everything that I want. So I think there's that wound that I keep trying to patch, or to like compensate for. So every time I have money, I'm like, I want this, I want to get it. Every time I go into the shop, if I go into a shop with an intention of getting maybe one item, I end up buying the whole store, because I'm just an impulsive spender. And honestly, that's something that I want to work on. And then the next question sort of kind of ties up with the previous one. Says that, what is your advice on saving, and how do you play around? What is your advice on saving, and how do you play around that? Because Chomi, my friend sent me this one. Chomi, that is the same I have as well. My advice would honestly be that saving requires discipline, and it requires you to be intentional, and it requires you to be informed. I think those are the three things I can advise you on. Be disciplined, be informed, and be intentional. You need to know why you are saving. Don't just keep money in your account or in your savings or wherever just for the sake of just having it there, because you are most probably going to spend that money any chance you get. Like, hence I said you must be disciplined. You have to be disciplined. If you're deciding to save up, have a goal, set a certain goal to say, okay, I'm saving up towards this, or I'm saving up my emergency fund. In my emergency fund, I want to have this much money. And if it's more, if you reach your goal and exceed that goal, then good for you. But at least you know, see, okay, these are my savings for like rainy days, or I'm saving up for a renovation. This is how much I'm saving up. This is how much the renovations are going to cost. And just go onto the internet. The internet is always your best friend. Learn about different ways of savings. Learn about different policies that you can take up that can be some form of investment and help you save. You know, that is basically my advice. And how I navigate that is, honestly, it's trial and error most times for me. Sometimes I get it right, sometimes I don't get it right. There are times where I'm able to save, and there are times where I'm just down bad. I don't have savings. If something were to happen to me, Lord knows, because, like, yeah. And I think, like I said, I'm an impulsive spender. So most times I end up using my savings on things that I shouldn't be using them on. And I know it's a bad, and it's an extremely bad habit, but it is what it is. And yeah, that's something that I'm working on, like I did mention. The next question is impact of motherhood in your life. I don't know if I should be mentioning you guys' names. I don't know if you guys will be comfortable with me mentioning you guys' names, but yeah, I'm not gonna mention names just in case maybe no one wants to be mentioned, you know. I really don't know. I should have asked, but yeah. She said impact of motherhood in your life. Interesting. Motherhood has impacted me in a very tremendous way. Being a mom affects your decision making. My decision making before I had a child and my decision making now are different. I cannot afford to be selfish because I have brought a human being into this world. So every decision that I make has to be centered around me and my son. Motherhood has helped me to confront unhealed parts of myself. The more I raise my son, the more I realize that I have so much healing to do, so that I don't pass on my traumas, my childhood traumas, onto my baby boy. And it has challenged me to grow. Honestly, it has challenged me to grow. It has its ups and its downs. It's very fulfilling. It has taught me unconditional love, to be selfless, to be resilient, and yeah, mostly that. The next question is, what is your take on traditional schools and classroom? So I did mention that I am a teacher. I teach foundation phase, that's grade 1, that's grade R, grade 1, grade 2, and grade 3. I am currently teaching grade 2, and I am teaching in a public school in South Africa. And for those of you who don't know what a traditional classroom is, the definition of a traditional classroom is a physical learning environment, typically a designated room in a school building where students and teachers interact face-to-face for instruction. I find this kind of setup to be a bit limiting for kids. Kids are not the same. Their capabilities are not the same, and the way they learn and process things, they're not the same. So I'm really not for the traditional schooling and traditional classroom setup. I am more for homeschooling, and my reasons for that is that I feel like the classroom setup is more teacher-centered than it is learner-centered. Obviously, I know that every school or every country has its own curriculum, but I am going to base my answer on my experience as a South African teacher. I find that most times our curriculum doesn't allow kids to be independent thinkers. They are mostly dependent on their teachers for information. It is structured in a way that doesn't allow them to go above and beyond, And secondly, I find the classroom setup to be a bit threatening to students' overall well-being, their mental well-being, emotional, and even physical. Most kids in school suffer bullying from primary to high school, and I find that's a bit wild for me. To take your child and put them in situations like that is a bit extreme for me. And I know this is how we grew up, but for me it's a bit uncomfortable because I'm a teacher. I see these things. I see what kids go through. You send your child to school where there are other kids who are raised by other parents who have a different parenting style than you do, and like it exposes them to so many things. While on the other hand, homeschooling, for me, I prefer homeschooling. I feel like it's more controlled and it's a safer environment for your child. It offers them emotional stability, and it allows them it offers them so much flexibility. As a parent, you can choose the right curriculum that you feel like is best fitting for your child. You don't necessarily have to teach your child if you're homeschooling your child. You can get like a tutor to help you out with your child, but I feel like it's a much safer environment. You can have them to be involved in extramural activities with other homeschooled children. So I feel like I'm leaning more on the homeschooling side of things than the classroom, the traditional classroom setup. And then the next question was, have you ever considered teaching abroad? I definitely have. I still am. Yeah, that's all I can say. I definitely have. Another question is, how would you describe the season you are in right now? I am in a season of doing. I'm not being apologetic about the things that I want, the life that I want to live. I am not asking for validation. I'm not asking for permission. I think I've existed in a space where I have been suppressing who I am because I grew up believing that I need permission to be myself. Like I needed permission to show up a certain way, So I have unlearned that, and I'm still unlearning that. So this season of my life is a season of doing. I want to start a business, I'm doing it. I want to start a YouTube channel, I'm doing it. I want to look a certain way, I'm doing that. I want to go somewhere, I'm doing that. I want to start talking to certain people, I'm going to do that. I'm not explaining to anybody. I'm just doing. I'm doing me, and I'm showing up as authentic as I possibly can. That is the season that I'm in right now, and I love it I love it for me so much. Every time I show up for myself in that way, I feel so good. I feel like there are layers of me peeling off and brand new layers are being revealed. I'm finding that the more I do is the more I become confident in myself. You know, obviously there are times where I try things and they don't seem to be going the way that I want, but the fact that I went with something that my heart told me to do, and I didn't think about, oh, who's going to say this, what are people thinking of me, and like none of that in this season matters. None of that matters. What matters is me being in motion, showing up for myself, coming through for myself in ways that I know no one else is going to show up for me, and in ways that I know I deserve. This season is a go get it baby girl season, and I love it for me. I love it so much. Yeah, I think that's about it, guys. That's about it. That is the end of the video. I feel like this was nice, short and smooth. Thank you guys for making it this far. If you did enjoy the video, please give me a huge thumbs up, and please do subscribe, guys. We are on our way to 100 subbies. So take your phone, take your brother's phone, your sister's phone, your mom's, everyone else's, log on to YouTube, subscribe, and please do share my video if you like it. If you do enjoy my content, please do comment. It helps my channel to grow. It puts out my channel to other people to see it. And even if it's a heart, a flower, a kiss, anything, just put something down there and do subscribe. I love you guys. Thank you so much. See you next time.